Hello friends and welcome to the stream. My name is Serge, Pilot Club 6. And this morning we are continuing our TPC Charters Airline regional operations flights with a flight from Tampa, Florida to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This is regional operations. We got 65 passengers on the manifest, so fairly light flight. We got our coffee. And if you guys noticed, we got our beautiful banner in the background. Here, let me fix that a little bit. Yep, we got our beautiful banner from FS Expo. We just came back from Providence, Rhode Island, where TPC attended FS Expo 2025. We'll talk about it in cruise. We also have a special live interview on Sky Blue Radio on JT Show later on tonight at I believe it's 7 p.m. Eastern or 8 p.m. Eastern, something like that. I guess I should check. So we'll be doing that later tonight. And of course, happy Independence Day. Happy 4th of July. And as always, I wanted to remind you that today's flight is brought to you by thepilotclub.org for group flights, activities, flight school, VATSIM training, virtual airline, flights and resources, and more. Check out thepilotclub.org. All right, very good. So we're going to jump into the flight deck. So it is stormy here in Tampa. As you can see, we got some rain. It's gloomy. I believe it's, they say marginal VFR. I'd call it IFR for sure. But anyway, so let's jump over here to... Well, first off, actually, let's go to the overhead. We already did our preliminary inspection. Let me set up my checklist right quick. Got our dispatch. We filed on VATSIM. Reviewed OFP. Checked the weather. What we didn't do is our tracker. So we need... Yeah, I guess I should have done that. Let me get a co-pilot here for us. And I think we're going to need one attendant, but we'll check. All right, I think we're good there. I love rainy departures, so hopefully the rain will continue. All right, so turn the batteries on. No smoking signs. We can check or arm our emergency lights. Turn on nav. And we'll take GPU power. All right, that's looking good. Let's turn on the PA. And we'll go to the EFB. We'll get our flight from dispatch, Tampa to Baton Rouge. Looks good. 65 passengers. Here's our route departing end at 2. And no arrival into Baton Rouge. Okay, that looks good. And we'll go ahead and start boarding. Everything's looking good. All right, let's go here. We'll check our CBs. No CBs. Okay, our database is still good. Let's go to radio here. We did get our squawk code. It is 1111. How about that? That's a lucky transponder number. All right, we're going to need CTAF for TPA. It is 119.5. We'll put 1228 here. 1228 here.
On behalf of the captain and all cabin crew, we would like to wish you a safe flight. Before taking your seats, please make sure that your small hand luggage, including backpacks, handbags, and shopping bags from the duty-free zone, it was placed only under the seats in front of you, leaving space on the shelves for large hand luggage. Please do not place luggage in the aisles or in the area of emergency exits. Passengers sitting in emergency rows are asked to ensure that their hand luggage is placed on the shelves during takeoff and landing, leaving the floor clear of any objects. Please activate airplane mode on electronic devices with network connectivity. Charging electronic devices is prohibited, and if you notice any irregularities in their operation, please contact the onboard crew immediately. At the same time, we would like to inform you that drinking alcohol not purchased on board, smoking, and using e-cigarettes is prohibited. Thank you for your attention.
All right, awesome. All right, so let's see, what do we do here? We go to departure. We're departing 19 right. Departure is ended 2. We'll apply that. And let's see what we got at Baton Rouge here that we can put in the box. Calm winds. So we'll probably take 22 right. Nope, we're gonna take ILS 13. 13 is what we need. Let's see. All right, so runway 13, ILS 13. I'll do vectors and apply that. All right, that looks good. We'll depart right turn, direct ended. That's looking good. Let's go here to performance. Performance in it. We'll leave this here for now. Let's get our cruise winds. Let's get our flight plan here. 333 at 18. We'll check our fuel here, block fuel 11.2. It's looking good. And we'll go here, 0.78 for cruise. Get our descent, we'll go to performance, takeoff. Our runway heading for 19 right is 187. And the wind in Tampa is 250 at 3. And that looks good. Alright, let's go here. 19er right. Wet. Flaps 2. Get the weather 29er, 9er 5. It's already set. Let's go ahead and set up our display. Alright, that's looking good. Let's see. Heading 187. Alright, heading is set. Let's go ahead and calculate that. We'll get a manifest. Trim is 2.9. Alright, that looks good, and we'll go ahead and send to MCDU. We need to get our services. It's looking good. Let me check something. Let's see if our comments are coming through here on stream. Maybe, maybe not. Yep, they are. Okay, very good. All right, awesome. All right, so we got our stuff there. Rotate at 128. Looks good. We're going to do flex takeoff 2, rated to 34. Okay, very good. All right, how we doing with services here? Yeah, they're doing their thing. Very good. Let's see. We got about 6 minutes. So let's go ahead and do our fire test. Start APU. Let's check our lights. Everything's good here. DVR test. All right, very good. All right, we are on ended 2 departure. Tap altitude is 6,000. Put that in. We'll turn on electrical pump A. And we can release GPU. And we're going to be pushing tail right, so let's set up our push. Alright, that's looking good. And it looks like they finished with the services here. We've got all the doors closed here, looking good. Let's get our charts for Tampa. Now we're going to need our taxi chart. Alright, so we're here airside Foxtrot. We'll push onto Yankee and then we'll take Yankee Victor, all the way to 19er, right? Here's our departure. Off of 19 right, climb on heading 187 to 540, then on heading 203. So actually, alright, we'll do 203 is set. Everything's looking good. Alright, let me go chat with the cabin crew and brief them for the departure, and I'll be right back. All right, we're back on deck. See, we got the fuel.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. My name is Martin. I'm the first officer. We'll soon start taxiing to the runway. The flight should take place on time. Please listen to the cabin crew's instructions during the flight. Thank you. Have a smooth flight.
All right, let's get our tug.
Cockpit to ground.
Ground, stand by. Standing by for pushback.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
All right, here we go. So we're going to do a push here,
Start in the sequence.
and we'll wait to start the engines until we finish taxi. Look at my checklist here.
Okay, pushback completed.
That's it?
Please set your parking brake.
Okay.
Ground. You may disconnect.
All right then.
Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect.
All right, let's go to assistance, crash damage. And we'll start our tracker. And before start, checklist, please.
Passenger signs panel.
Set.
Pressurization panel.
Set.
Oxygen masks.
Checked.
Flight instruments.
Set.
Cabin crew, doors on flight and cross-check.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Fuel quantity.
Checked.
McDo.
Is set.
Trim.
2.900.
Doors and windows.
Closed.
Red beacon.
On.
Parking brake.
Is on.
Ground equipment.
Removed.
Checklist complete.
Starting engine 1. Ignition A. And 2 rising. Let's pause the music here. Listen to the engine. ITT is rising.
We now ask for your full attention as the cabin crew demonstrates the safety features of this aircraft. Please do not use headphones during the demonstration.
And 1 rising.
This aircraft is equipped with 4 main emergency exits, each of them marked with a red exit sign. 2 at the front of the cabin, 2 at the rear of the cabin. There are also 2 emergency exits to the wings of the plane in the middle of the plane. Please take a few moments now to locate the nearest exit. In some cases, the nearest exit may be behind you. If you need to evacuate the plane, floor level lighting will guide you towards the exit. To unfasten the seatbelt, insert the metal part into the buckle. It can be adjusted using the
There we got a good start on 1, starting engine 2.
In the event of a sudden drop in cabin pressure, the individual oxygen masks.
Oh, look at that ignition. Fantastic.
Smoking is strictly prohibited on
All
board,
right.
and there are smoke detectors in the toilets. If you have any questions,
Got good
don't
start
hesitate to
on
ask one of our crew
engine
members.
2.
We wish everyone a pleasant flight.
APU off. Flaps 2. Flight controls check. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral. And rudder. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Flight control check is complete. And let's go taxi. Alright, sorry buddy, you're gonna have to move. Tampa traffic. ERJ Pilot Club 6, taxiing to runway 19 right via Yankee Victor, Tampa.
Cabin security.
Thank you. Alright, after start checklist, please.
Flaps.
Set 2.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Toga mode.
Armed.
Ground equipment.
Removed.
APU.
Is off.
Checklist complete. Takeoff okay.
Alright, very good.
Cabin crew, be ready for departure.
Alright, before takeoff checklist, please.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
Lights.
On.
Brakes temperature.
Checked.
ECAS.
Checked. No messages.
Transponder.
TARA.
Takeoff configuration.
Checked.
Toga mode.
Armed.
Auto throttle.
We will arm on the runway.
Checklist complete.
Tampa traffic, ERJ Pilot Club 6, taking runway 19 right for an IFR departure to the northwest. Tampa. And final looks clear. Runway looks clear. Auto throttle armed.
Approaching runway 19 right. Entered runway 19 right. 10,900 feet remaining.
Nice E190 right. Throttle set. Or thrust set, rather. Checked. Gear up. And autopilot. Flaps 1. And flaps 2. Right turn.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated until the seatbelt warning lights turn off. For your safety and comfort, we also suggest that you keep your seatbelts fastened throughout the flight in case unexpected turbulence.
Man, that's a mess. Alright, let's go ahead and dial in 38. We're going to go direct to ended. And nav. Passing 10,000 feet. Go climb 1. Tampa traffic ARJ Pilot Club 6, 10 miles to the northwest. Leaving the area, last call Tampa. Alright, we'll go ahead and switch to Unicom. Breaking through the clouds here. Very nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will soon launch our onboard service, offering hot and cold drinks as well as a meal or snack. Please read the onboard menu. If you have a food allergy to any of the ingredients, please inform the cabin crew. At the same time, we kindly inform you that the preferred payment method is payment by card. Thank you.
All right, awesome. Great departure out of Tampa. A little soupy, but that's all right.
Climbing through transition altitude.
All right, Barrow standard. Turn off seatbelt signs. All right, and I'll go chat with the cabin crew. Be right back. Alright, we're back on deck. Vivek, good morning. Vivek says here, you guys rock that FS Expo 2025. Thanks for sharing the experience. Absolutely. It was incredible. It was an incredible experience, and I'll talk a little bit about it in cruise here, but I'm glad you liked the little blog post that we made there. So it was awesome. And we're really hoping to go next year. This was our second time doing it. Last year in Vegas was amazing as well. This time in Providence, also good. So yeah, amazing experience. Alright, so our flight is scheduled today for 1 hour and 28 minutes with a distance of 572 miles. Let's see here. We've got slight headwinds, but nothing to worry about it. Vivek says, I was jealous of you guys. You had all the fun. Yeah, absolutely. You should have come. Maybe next time. We had a bunch of people from staff, we had a bunch of people from TPC members, and we had great dinner on Saturday all together, and met Saturday, Sunday, met a bunch of TPC members, hung out, had a good time. It was awesome. Really good experience. And I got a chance to meet also in person our staff members, our VP of Airline Operations, James, and VP of Pilot Training, Elliot. That was awesome to meet them. And we met a bunch of old friends as well, like Citation Max and Andreas from ZNY. So it was good. All right, let's check our overhead, make sure we're all good here. Yep, that's looking good. And let's take a look at our tracker. Tracker's good. Perfect. Run through the checklist here, all good. All right, 1,000 to go. Did I buy any new hardware? I did not. I really wanted to though, but I also didn't have a lot of room to take it with me back to DC, so no, but I did see the yoke that I want to get from Wing whenever they announce pricing for that. It looked really good. I hope I can incorporate it in my setup. Probably gonna have to sit a little bit away from I don't know if the yoke is here. I'm probably gonna have to sit right here because it's got a column that needs to fit here. So yeah, we'll see. Lots of good hardware. Wing killed it. I mean, a bunch of others really did awesome. So many exhibitors there, so many manufacturers that it's really great to be in flight sim.
The flight is carried out in accordance with the submitted flight plan. The weather at the destination airport should be good. Do not expect any disruptions during the rest of the flight. However, it is recommended to keep your seatbelts fastened in case of unexpected turbulence.
Alright, we're at 380. We're going to go to manual speed mode, punch it to 0.8. Let's pick up that speed. We got about an hour of flight remaining. So we're going to hug the coast here. We got the Gulf here on the left, and we got the coast here on the right. Great weather at Baton Rouge, so shouldn't have any problems coming in. Oh, Vivek, I missed your comment there about Michael. Yes, Michael was there. Well, Michael and Mike. So Michael, old friend and member of TPC was there. I met him, and then Mike from Boston showed up on Sunday as well, so we saw him. So that was good. Yeah, I mean, I listed everybody who I think I remembered meeting there in the blog post. So. Yeah, it was an awesome time. All right, let's get some charts here. Approach, we're gonna need ILS 13. And we'll need our taxi chart. All right, so coming in on 13, 7,000 foot runway, so we'll go medium brakes. Exiting probably on Echo. Turn right on Bravo, cross 4 right, cross 4 left from Bravo Delta to the terminal, or Kilo Sierra, we'll see. Put the brakes on medium there. All right, looking good. As you can see, weather's clearing up. And for our ILS, we'll come in from RAC. That's the initial approach fix. Let me look at something here. 3-1. Yeah, there's RNAV on 3-1. 3-1-3 is still the best runway there to land. Winds are calm, so we're good. Missed approach 700, right turn 2000, direct LSU VOR. So let's see here, LSU 1165. We'll put that in nav 2. cool. Did I meet Austin from X-Plane? I saw him there. I met him last year, and we hung out a little bit. I did not hang out with him this year, but I did see him. He was very busy doing workshops and everything else. So, yep. So a bunch of people there. XP, Blue Games, I think, was there. Captain Canada, Swiss One. Okay, Vivek says no ATC at KBTR. Yep, that's correct. We'll be on Unicom. I mean, I do these flights on, early in the morning, and fortunately no ATC. That's too bad. Before the expo, a few days, I did a group flight that had, I think it was Sunday Fun Day. So that's Sunday, a few days before the expo. Was a full stack. It was fantastic. Yeah, these are kind of relaxed flights there. No ATC. There's not a lot of traffic at all, actually. Matter of fact, I don't see any traffic on the radar between me and Baton Rouge, so it's early morning. But yeah, we had a great time. My wife and I, we took the train there, came in Friday, checked in and hung out, and met Elliot and James, and then we did like a reception thing in the evening with all the developers and members and everything. It was great. And then Saturday we were exhibiting all day, meeting all kinds of people, coming up to TPC booth, talking to them and all that, and did the TPC dinner that evening. And then Sunday we were exhibiting till 3 p.m. or so, or until 2:30, I should say, and then at 2:30 they made the announcement for the location for the next expo. Now Elliot had to leave in the morning, so he left at 10 or so. James and I hung out, and then James left later that Sunday, and my wife and I stayed until Monday morning, and then we took the train back home Monday morning. So yeah, it was a nice 3-day weekend. I did a lot of TPC work on the train, so that was productive. Yeah, it was an awesome time. I met, actually no, I correct myself, there were 3 Michaels over there. So it was Michael, TPC33, then there was Mike from Boston, then there was Mike Ciante, or I'm mispronouncing his last name, sorry, from the Virtual USA Flying Club. Yeah, Expo does help to promote the club. We had probably about 50 people since the show sign up, so that's been great help, and we're just, letting people know about the club and everything we do, so that's good promotion there as well. We also had an announcement at the show via FS Elite about our Flight Sim Pilot Mentorship Program that we're launching in August, so that certainly helps. And that's a community-driven program, so it's going to really rely on the expertise of TPC members to help those who need help. So get that going. Lots of things going on. Met some of our partners there as well. That was fantastic. Matter of fact, Pimax, I just was talking to them the other day, and they're going to do a special deal for TPC pilots, for TPC members who want to get into VR. So that announcement is coming, I think, later this weekend. So that should be exciting. But yeah, I was going to say, as far as gear, I saw, speaking of developers though, I saw, of course, Martin from FSS, who I met last year, and he had the custom FMS for this aircraft here, for Embraer E190. So I saw that. That was neat. I think it's coming out soon, hopefully. And then let's see here, that was FSS, of course, fly-by-wire guys. I always talk to them. Love what they're doing for the community. The freeware 320. Yeah, Vivek, we are igniting interest in flight simming. A matter of fact, it's even more than that though. We're trying to inspire interest in aviation, you know. So with our Part 61 real world flying ground school coming out later this year, we're trying to get people involved in aviation and look at aviation as maybe a potential career. So not just the flight simmers, obviously we're heavy on that, but those who want to get to flying airplanes in the real world, and they can get into that through the flight sim, and then move beyond that. So yeah, absolutely. I think tomorrow we're doing, so tonight we're doing the live show on the radio with Sky Blue Radio on JT show. So we'll talk about the expo there a little bit in more detail. And then in the club, I think tomorrow at 2 p.m. is our airplanes and coffee. So I'll take any questions from folks who want to hear more about our experience there and stuff. So should be good. You know, coming back, it was kind of sad, like it was over. You look forward to it every year. I remember when they announced it last year, after last year's expo. I couldn't wait to start planning and getting ready, and then maybe 6 months from the expo, it really started to hit, because you're making travel arrangements, you're making hotel reservations and starting to get the promotional merchandise ready and all that. So it started to kind of come together, and then the show happens quick, 3 days, and then it's over. And I was missing it on the way back. I was like, man, it was such a great time talking to everybody and checking out all the cool gadgets, cool new hardware, and looking at everything that was there. Is just so much. I mean, it's a great job by FSA to put that on. Any plan for Oshkosh 2025? Well, in real world, probably not. I mean, the schedules are very hard. I'm able to do this once a year, but Oshkosh, probably not. We do our Oshkosh fly-in here in the club, the virtual one. Of course, we'll do that, but as far as going there, probably not. I have to balance all our travel, because we have some personal travel plans as well. So it's going to be difficult, I think. I never say never, maybe, but we do have, I know a few members go to that show, so yeah, it's a good one too. But we definitely do the virtual one, like we do every year. So what do you think? Next year's FS Expo is in Minneapolis, right? MSP. You thinking of going? Okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. Join us for that virtual fly-in to Oshkosh. It's amazing. And we post the briefing with all the special arrival procedures and all that. So yes, it would be on VATSIM obviously, but there are a few real-world controllers there as well. Now, on Pilot Edge Network, they do this Oshkosh fly-in, and they actually have real Oshkosh Tower ATC doing that. So yeah, I got you. I understand. Yeah, it's difficult for folks who are not in the States, of course, to come to the expo. Now, there's also FS Weekend in Europe that happened a few months ago, actually. That one's difficult for us to go, obviously. More involved as far as travel goes. And my wife and I were in Europe last year and had a great time, and I spent some time in Europe back in the day when I was in the military as well. So, but that one's a smaller show, but really good as well. You know, if TPC was full time for me, then I probably would have done it. Okie dokie. All right, we got about 45 minutes of flight remaining here. Let me look at the winds here. Looks like that's about right. No, that seems good. Let me look at the minimums there. In Baton Rouge, 267, so 270. Set the minimums. Oh, very cool. Where in the U.S. were you in 2017? Like what city? Were you just sightseeing and visiting, or something else? All right, let me look through the spots here. Murray, SGI, PCU, and then we're gonna go to LSU. That's interesting. Where's that? Oh, I see. No, I think we're gonna do rec. All right, fixes are okay. Let me get CTAF for Baton Rouge, 11845. So we get that set up. Oh, in Austin, Texas. Awesome. Austin's a great town for work. Got it. All right, very good. Let me go ahead and brief the cabin crew on arrival. I'll be right back, but I am available in comments. Be right back. Alright, we're back on deck. We're going to be soon approaching our top of descent. So we'll have to start setting up for that. Probably go 240 for our initial. Let me check the weather. Calm winds still okay, good. So let's go set up our landing performance. So runway heading for 13 is 133. Temperature in Baton Rouge is 25. And the wind is 360 at 0. Alright, it's going to be Cat 1, no ice. 133 is our approach speed, so we're going to do 137. Put that. Alright, let's go ahead and start our gentle descent. VS 1000. Yep, there's the coast. For clouds, we got some scattered at 11,000. No problemo. Well, it's been a good flight so far. I haven't flown, let's see, for almost 2 weeks now. Flew Sunday Fun Day before FS Expo, yes, so yeah, a week and a half of no flying. Well, thanks to checklists, we're good. Alright, let me look at the airport diagram there. Terminal off of Sierra. Okay, so we're good. Where are we passing here? That's Pensacola. Cool. Yeah, definitely great weather for flying, especially once we clear some of these clouds and come into Baton Rouge. But it looks like Louisiana is good weather right now. It's good weather here in DC. It's supposed to be a great weekend. We can barbecue later today. I'm going to see if I can do some mountain biking either today or maybe tomorrow. And a bunch of flying, of course. I'm going to see if I can do maybe Sunday fun day flight with the club. Alright, looks like the live show with JT is at 7. All right, let's see, we're doing okay still. Yep, doing all right. This is Trent Loud International here by Moss Point or Pascagoula. Cool. Coming into some clouds here.
Destination ATIS is 125.2.
Alright, let's go ahead and do 11. Let's see here, intercept is at 14, above 2. Okay, so bottom altitude is going to be 2,000 for us. Vivek says scenery is good, looks real. Yeah, it's real nice. 2020 is doing a pretty good job. Although the latest beta of XP 12.9, I think, has been amazing too, with the new lighting and shadows and everything. I mean, this looks fantastic too. All right, let's see if we tuned into our frequency there, 1103, that's tuned. Final approach course 133, okay, we're set. Approach briefing, we kind of sort of did, we're not going to really do that. Auto brake is set and landing data is good. Double check the weather again. Oh, we got a wind change there, 50 at 3, so let's do that. Performance, landing, 50 at 3. That's fine. So 4 left is really best runway, but 13 is fine. Let's see here. Yep, we'll just stick with that. Vivek says, I bought 2024 but do not use it. Fly Explain 12. Yeah, 2024 is not ready. And really, you know, one of the things is kind of disappointing too with the Expo. Like Asobo didn't even make it, right? Didn't even show up. So kind of tells you about where their focus is probably more on gaming community versus the flight sim community, unfortunately. But at least 2020 we got decent things in there. But yeah, Explain 12 is great too. And yeah, 2024 is not ready. Too many issues. I've said it many times before, the streaming everything architecture is not a good idea. Although they're going to rectify that by allowing folks to download things, but still, I think it's just not there yet. And also performance issues, stability issues, etc. So maybe next year it'll be better, but for now, yeah, definitely sticking with 2020. You're doing Explain 12, it's great. I will go to heading mode here. Yeah, got to do a little bit of manual flying here. A little manual LNAV. Now let's look at our descent rate here. How's our descent profile? We can probably go to 1200. Now let's go to 300 on the speed. Okay, we did the wind, so landing 134. So we'll do 138. Alright, that looks good. Yeah, look at that scenery. It looks fantastic here. I've been to Baton Rouge here in the sim too. We did the flight to Baton Rouge maybe last year or something. I don't remember how the scenery there. We'll see. Yeah, let's do some manual flying. Well, by manual I meant not FMS control. We're just going to heading mode. We're still on autopilot. And we'll just vector ourselves a little bit to the initial approach fix. And the way I do this here, I'll throw this on the screen. I do have a bit of an aid here, so I can kind of do it that way. Just make that turn. With a heading mode, it's just a limitation of Asobo default flight plan manager. So once the custom FMS is here from FSS, we'll be good to go. And our altimeter is going to be 3005. 005 is set. Go ahead and turn on seatbelt signs. Tracker's looking good. We're still at 100. See if we can do a nice landing there in Baton Rouge. Yeah, look at that, beautiful. Nice wing flex, good scenery there. Let's go to this view. Oh yeah. Alright, I'm going to go 2,000 here.
Ladies and gentlemen, in about 15 minutes we will begin the landing approach procedure. Please remain in your seats with your seatbelts fastened. Hold down the armrests and leave the windows open during landing. From now on, the use of toilets is prohibited and the entrances to them will be closed.
Alright, very good. Welcome to Louisiana. clouds are looking fantastic. Let's go 250. A little bit of speed brakes here to help us along. Alright, we're at 250. Go ahead and turn the lights on here. Let's go ahead and make a turn here. Go to relay. Above 2,000 at relay. Activate approach speeds, so we're ready for that. And let's go ahead and switch up to CTAF and Unicom on COM2. Baton Rouge traffic, ERJ Pilot Club 6, 10 miles to the north, inbound ILS 13, descending 5,400 Baton Rouge.
Class Charlie below in 1.0 miles.
Alright, let's go localizer. On the speed. Thousand to go. And intercepting.
2,500.
Alright, we got the localizer. And we'll go manage speed mode, 210. Baton Rouge traffic, ERJ Pilot Club 6, turning 10 mile final, runway 13, Baton Rouge. Airport in sight, or runway in sight rather. Alright, let's go flaps 1. Let's go flaps 2. Alright, glide slope captured. Missed approach altitude is set. Lights are good. Go flaps 3, gear down.
Cabin crew, seats for landing.
Let's go flaps 4. And flaps 5. Alright, we're exiting right.
1
2 mile final runway 13.
Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums. 100. Flight slow. Flight slow. 30. 20. 10.
Interesting, it says runway closed. That shouldn't be like that.
Auto brake.
Or maybe it's the other one. I don't know. Alright, exiting right. Oh, we missed echo. Oops. Yeah, I don't know why it says closed like this. It's not.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our destination airport. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated and fasten your seatbelts until the captain turns off the seatbelts fastened signal. The use of electronic devices is only possible after turning off the seatbelt warning. On behalf of ourselves and the entire cabin crew, we would like to thank you for flying together.
Alright, let's see how we did. Alright, not bad. We'll take it. 228. Perfect pitch angle. Perfect bank angle. We got this. Alright, let's see what OnAir gave us. Okay. Baton Rouge traffic, ARJ Pilot Club 6, clear of 13 taxiing on Bravo, crossing 4 right on Bravo, as well as 4 left on Bravo. Baton Rouge.
Approaching runway 04 right. Entered runway 04 right. 3,300 feet remaining.
Yeah, we'll take that landing.
Approaching runway 04 left.
Vivek, I don't
22
know
right.
why it says closed runway. In the real world, it's not a
Entered
closed runway.
04 left. 22 right.
So it's just the scenery that way, I guess. I don't know why. Yeah, 13 is definitely not closed. Alright, so I guess we'll stay, we'll continue here. Let me turn the strobe off. Do need our APU though. Yeah. Go Bravo Sierra right into the terminal. Thank you, thank you. Yep, landing was good. 228, we'll take that. Alright, we'll stop here. APU's on, we'll kill the engines. We'll leave the nav light on. Let's go here, get the jetway.
Cabin doors on manual cross-check.
It's missing some pieces. That's all right, we got it though. All right, smooth landing. Yeah, get a little bit of bonuses, reputation, some crew impact. I don't know what that is. Anyways, we've got comfort bonus, safety bonus, aircraft handling bonus, soft landing bonus. Perfect. We got this. All right, cool. Vivek, you gonna do some circuits? What aircraft? All right, as we're coming to an end here, I wanted to remind you that this flight has been brought to you by the pilotclub.org for group flights, activities, flight school, VATSIM training, virtual airline, flights and resources, and more. Check out the pilotclub.org. All right, so Vivek's going to do some circuits in 172. Very nice, very nice. Enjoy that. Thank you very much for tuning in to the stream, and thank you for going along on our flight from Tampa to Baton Rouge. And we'll see you guys on the stream next time. All right, have a good one. See you.